Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream. We'll begin starting in about 2 minutes and 47 seconds. If you're watching the replay, feel free to skip past this part and get started with the live session. By the way, you know that I like to know where you're watching this from, so let me know in the comments. Let me know where you're watching this from. And then we can just vibe to the beat till we get started. Let's go. We got T checking in from Cali, Cam, Cincinnati, Ohio. We got Elijah Juan from California. Melanie Johnson, welcome to the live stream all the way from Connecticut. Let's go. One minute countdown. Again, if you're just now joining, you got enough time to let us know where you're from. Tag that friend that should be watching this. And still enough time to tag them and get them in here. Larry Draper, welcome to the party. If you haven't seen Larry's testimonial, you should definitely go check that out. Welcome to the party, Larry. Got Terry in here from Chattanooga. Look at this, y'all checking in this morning. 718 from New York. We got Miriam in Michigan. That's where I'm from. Let's go. Douglas checking in from NJ, New Jersey. Reed Donna checking in from North Carolina. 7 seconds. We getting into it. Get ready. There it is, there it is, there it is. Welcome to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, stock market coach and option trader, Jason Brown. And we kicking it off with the breakfast morning market talk. So if you're new around here, one of the things that we talk about is stocks, options, money, mindset, investing, the whole gamut. Also, I heard a couple people ask me, Jason Brown, when do you go live? We're working on consistently going live in the morning, but if you want to know when we go live, just subscribe and hit that bell notification. YouTube will let you know when we go live. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's 100% free to subscribe and hit the bell notification. So make sure you do that. So let's do it. Let's get into the WEBULL pre-market movers. Let's go there first. Then we're going to use my second favorite tool to look at the news and see what's happening in the news this morning. And is there anything that we should be paying attention to? But I really like to start with the WEBULL pre-market mover. So let's go there now. All right, all right, all right. Here it is. Here it is. Let's take a quick look at how the markets are shaping up this morning. You can see that the S&P 500 is up $6.28, about 1.6%. So that's good news because the past 2 weeks, the markets for the most part has been open and down. Same thing with the Dow Jones Industrial Average, not up by a whole lot, but we'll take it up by 4 points according to this. So let's scroll down here and let's skip over the advanced decline distribution. Let's talk about the top gainers and the top losers, okay? So this is interesting because as of right now, we got some new stocks that are making it into the top gainers. So I like to just skip over anybody that's moved, well, like this one, like move the dollar, move 33 cents. I don't even like to pay attention to those. This is where I want to pay attention. These guys moved 100%. So that means the stock was trading at about $20 and something. Here's another one. This stock moved 287%. The question becomes why? All right. So what is going on? JD Glex is catching Boeing popping at the open. Yeah, I think Boeing. We talked about Boeing before inside our group, but I think Boeing is definitely. Let me see. Do they have pre-market on here? Let's find out. Pre-market, yeah, they're up 644. Interesting. But before we get off track, let's find out who is EEIQ. Why are they up 287%? Okay, let's first go there. We click on it. What do these guys do? This is an elite education group. International Limited is a holding company. Company through its wholly owned subsidiary Quest Holding International facilitates. See, this is like a bunch of, I wouldn't say garbage. That's the wrong thing to say, but this is where we get into the meat. What do they do? Like, open up with that. Facilities, facilities study abroad and post-study services for Chinese students in the United States. Interesting. Miami International Education Center is a wholly owned subsidiary of its partners. It partners with Miami University of Ohio to offer services to Chinese students interested in studying in the United States and is located in Southwest Ohio. Miami University has 7 colleges, 5 different campuses. Okay, so the short of it is the company offers study abroad and post-study services, which includes student dormitory management, academic guides, international student service. So to me, what that basically said to me is that they're basically the travel agency for Chinese students who want to study in America. I mean, that's what I took from it. So if you're a Chinese student, you want to study in America, we're your travel agent. We're going to find out your dorms, where you're going to live. We're going to help you navigate the curriculum. And it sounds like just living in America and dealing with Miami. I guess they don't want them to party too much and turn up. So, okay. So why did they pop so big? That's the real question. All right. Let's go over to my next favorite tool. And then I want to type in this ticker symbol. Wait, let's bring it back. EEIQ. So let's go ahead and put, no, let's not do the what's moving scan. Let's go EEIQ and let's just see what's going on here. So I really like to pop this in here, and then over here, we'll put it in here again. That way we got the chart up right here. And so I really like to see what is the news, like why is this stuff moving? And so let's go here. You got some stocks catching pre-market gains, elite education group and pre-market trading after climbing more than 287% Friday. The company priced its 750,000 unit offering at $8. Okay, so that doesn't tell me much about why this thing popped Friday. Doesn't tell me much. So let's go back and see what can we find out. So great, they priced some offering Friday, but what does that mean? Elite International LTD groups. Okay, so it's an IPO. So that's what happened. That's why they skyrocketed. It sounds like there's probably a lot of hype around the IPO. So this company pretty much never traded before. If we go to a 5-day chart, there is no 5 days. This opened, came to the market Friday, and then boom, skyrocketed. At least that's how I'm taking this, right? But look at this. Did it move up to $70? That would be a little weird. I don't think so. But according to this, yeah, they released an IPO. All right. The 5-minute charts above show the stock has key 3 potential levels. The first level is this. Stock looks to be building a higher base. This stock is showing resistance. Okay. Am I tripping? Because how can it be an IPO and trading at 243, yet if you come over here to the charts, oh man, I'm closing stuff out. Bear with me. Bear with me. I got too much going on. Here we go. EIQ. Let's go to a daily here. So one of these softwares is wrong because, yeah, this looks like it IPO'd and then boom. Oh, but no, it looks like it went as high as 35 bucks on the IPO, and now it's trading at 24.27. So, all right. We go pass on EEIQ because we're not down with the IPOs, right? So let's go back to the market. Let's skip over EEIQ. Market's open now. Yes, it's up 10, but let's go to BRPA, which has a 50% run on the morning. Let's go BRPA. Let's just see what BRPA is talking about. Matter of fact, let's just go here, BRPA. Nice gap up on the morning. What do these guys do? All right, that's the good. By the way, you could use either of these tools to find out what they do. Because you could either do it through WEBULL by clicking there and figuring out, all right, what does Big Rock Partners do? It's a blank check company. Oh, here we go again with that. Here we go again with that. Here we go again with that. The company is not limited to any particular industry, geographic region for purpose of consuming. Okay. This is just blowing my mind right now, first of all. Every time I see that, a blank check company, if you haven't heard of the term SPAC, it's called Special Purpose Acquisition Company. So you basically form a company for the sole purpose of buying another company. And once you basically buy that company, you come in like under the umbrella of another company that's already public. So once you buy a certain company, that company automatically becomes public. Here's the problem. You form these SPAC, special purpose acquisition companies, to buy another company. However, you haven't bought the company yet. And so what ends up happening is you're basically buying stock in a company that you don't really know what company they're going to buy yet. You don't actually even know what business that they're in yet. Does that make sense? So I'm always skeptical when I see these special acquisition companies pop at the open. I'm going to switch over and pull up streaming charts. So bear with me for a second. I'm going to be pulling up streaming charts off the screen because I really like to have that data open to see real time tick for tick what's going on. And my favorite platform to do that on is Schwab. So let me get that up and then we can see what else is moving in the market. But based on those few stocks, sometimes you can find stuff that's moving, yet it's not worth investing in. One we found that was moving real big was an IPO. Not interested. Second one that we found that was moving big is a SPAC, special purpose acquisition company, which technically means it's a random company that's going to buy something and you don't know what they are going to buy, but you have to believe in the founders and the people who created it so much that you believe that whatever they're going to buy is fire. Okay. So that's a hard concept for me to get around. I mean, that's even tougher than believing in companies that IPO, my opinion, because at least with an IPO, you got a company that may have had some sales track record or something like that. Whereas with a SPAC, you don't know what they're going to buy. And more importantly, you don't even know why. You don't even know why. You don't even know why they're going to buy it. So that's an interesting space to be in. All right. So I got the live streaming charts pulled up. Let's see if that's telling us anything. Here, let's do this. I don't know why we got the 1 year. I'm gonna share my screen in about 2 seconds. Boom. And some stuff is moving real nice. You got the Boeing boys moving nice this morning. But all right, let's look at it together. Let's look at it together. The Boeing boys are moving nice. Facebook boys are moving real nice this morning. Aurora Cannabis. Okay. We got the weed smokers. Well, it was, oh no, it's only at $9. I thought it was up $9. I'm tripping. All right. But right now you got Facebook and Boeing doing this thing. Boeing, nice pop at the open. Let's take a look at the Facebook boys. Facebook up 579 or something like that. Let's go to the chart and let's see. Facebook, if we go to a daily chart, man, Facebook is up near resistance though. So I'm not that excited about them breaking out. You can see right here, it's been in this range, kind of boom, 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 boom. So even though they're breaking out, that's not that exciting to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? We could go back to the WEBULL and see what else is moving the market. Or let's do this. Let's pull up my new favorite tool. Let's pull up my new favorite tool for a second, which is Benzinga. If you want to check out the tools I use, you can go to thebrownreport.com/tools and check those out. But let's go over here and see what do they say is moving this morning, which may be a little bit more official than using the Benzinga boy. So you got NRGD. This is up almost 1,000%. That's going to be very interesting. So let's check it out. NRGD, what do they do? Okay, so let's get an overview of the chart. These guys were, oh, this is a 2-day one. Let's go 5-day chart. So it looks like they were left for dead, then turned around and popped. In the news, what do they do? I don't know what they do, but if we click on it, they're in a micro sector. All right, let's go to WEBULL, NRGD. That's why you got to use all these tools to get the information you need. Oh, so WEBULL doesn't like them. Here we go. All right, so according to this, yep, over the last 5 days, these guys went from $2 to boom, $18 today. Question's always going to be why. Why did they do that? No one knows. But what do they do? NRGD. Oh, it's an oil. Okay. It's an oil index. So why is oil popping? This is really the tough part of investing, because you see something that's moved and you say, okay, why is it moving? And then where can I find all the news in one place, right? And so you come in here, you type it in. This is an oil index, inverse index, okay? So this actually makes sense, because an inverse index means it moves the opposite of what oil does. So if oil is dropping, then this is spiking up because it moves inverse. It does the opposite of what inverse is doing. So another way to put it is, if you wanted to short oil, but you either don't have a bank account where you can short stocks naked, or you don't know how to trade options and buy puts, you can buy an inverse, which means as the original stock or index is falling, if you don't know how to make money from it falling, you can buy the inverse, and the inverse behaves the opposite of that index. So if that index is falling, then the inverse is rising. So this makes more sense now, because I'm like, well, why is oil rising? It's not. This must mean a major oil index went down, so this inverse index went higher. That could be confusing, but I hope I explained that to where you understand it. Let's see if we can check out some news on it and see if we can make any more sense of it. Let's see here. Bank of Montreal today announced that it will implement a 1-for-10 reverse split of 2 of its series. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so some bank is offering a 1-for-2 split. Let's see. Man, the last news we got on this was December 14th. So there is no news on this. So we would have to find the US big oil index and then see why that is moving down. That's too much work for me to do right now. So we'll go to the next stock that's moving, which is UPC. All right. So let's pull up this UPC and see what's going on with that. UPC. So it was up 832. These charts are killing me. Let me go here. Let's go UPC. Okay, so this is another company from $4, open up, pop was as high as $10. What do they do? What does the UPC do? All right, UPC, Universal Pharmaceuticals. All right, trading higher amid continued post-IPO volatility. So pretty much they just told you that this company didn't exist and now they're a publicly traded company. So again, we don't really do IPOs. That's why it doesn't have any data beyond the most recent day or two. It must have went public Friday. You can see here, and this is the weekend. Then it opened today. So a lot of the surge in what we're seeing, whether it's through WEBULL or through Benzinga, so far has been from new stocks going public, which is kind of garbage because we don't really, you got EEIQ, they're showing up here on the radar as well. What about BRPA? I don't know. Let's take a look at them. Let's pull up BRPA. What do these guys do? What does the chart look like first? Another company that was left for dead. And then boom, all of a sudden, they're trading for $56. They're up $12 today. Huh. What do they do? I don't know. Let's find out. BRPA, what do you guys do? Is it going to tell us? The Barnes Group is an industrial and aerospace manufacturer and service provider. Huh, okay, this could get interesting. Serving a range of end markets and customers, the company's engineered products, industrial technology, and solutions are used in applications that provide transportation, manufacturing, healthcare products, okay, and technology to the world. Its segments includes industrial and aerospace. This is interesting. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Oh, my head's in the way. Can you? Oh yeah, you can see it because I'm zooming up. So just look above me. We're reading above. Should I make it bigger? There we go. No, that cuts it off. That just messed it up. All right, let's bring it back to normal. Maybe move my head out the space. Okay, we're gonna focus on this word aerospace. This is important here. The industrial segment is engaged in the manufacturing of precision parts, products, and systems for applications serving a customer base in end markets such as transportation, industrial equipment, consumer products, packaging, electronics, medical devices, and energy. Segments include molding solutions, nitrogen gas products, engineered components, business use. The aerospace segment includes the original equipment manufacturers business, aftermarket business, which includes manufacturing, maintenance, repair, and overhaul services, and the manufacture and delivery of aerospace aftermarket spare parts. Okay, we made it through. What just happened? Oh, did the camera cut off? Ladies and gentlemen, the camera cut off. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Little taboo. I stepped on the camera. I stepped on the camera cord, but we're back. So here's the big takeaway from this. Here's why I said that this stock is important. The Barnes Group. Here's why. When you see something like Boeing shooting up, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, Boeing, that's aerospace. Okay. Then you start to say, okay, is airplanes coming back? Is flying coming back? I don't know. But then you see another stock in the same space that provides equipment, aftermarket parts to the same industry. It makes you want to perk up and pay attention, because if airline and travel is coming back, then people might order new planes. If people order new planes, then they might need new parts. If they might order new parts, perhaps this company could be a player, even though we've never heard of them until 30 seconds ago. Does that make sense? So sometimes it's about scanning, looking through this information, keeping the good stuff, throwing away the garbage. You're like, oh, this is moving. What do they do? Oh, it's an IPO. Throw that away. Oh, this company looks interesting. What do they do? It's a SPAC. Throw that away. Oh, this company's moving. What do they do? Aerospace. Interesting. Boeing's moving pretty big today too. What's going on in aerospace? Perhaps I should be paying attention. See what I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts below. What stocks do you want to look at? But just because those stocks are up in the morning doesn't mean they're going to stay up. I mean, you can already see this gapped up here at 56 and it's already selling off, which sometimes this is good opportunity for day trading too. Same thing with Boeing. Nice open up, starting to lose a little bit of steam at this point. Now you got Amazon doing okay. Facebook we already talked about, but not a lot that's happening this morning. In my opinion, not a whole lot that's going on that's making me say, let's put a bunch of capital to work. I did like this pop, but I don't like that they're an IPO. So it's like, So I'm just curious, what stocks are you looking at? Let me see here. Tam says, I like BKSY, which is Black Sky Rocketables. Let's take a look at it. Black Sky Rocketables. BKSY. Let's pull it up on the streaming charts and let's just see what BKSY is doing. Let's go. BKSY. Okay, BKSY TAM is not even coming up for me. Is that a real stock? I don't even know what that is. Is that a real stock? Because it's not doing anything for me. Ryan said, just got a PTU membership. Excited to get it in tonight. For sure, Ryan, we're going to be really diving into my other software I use to scan the market and see what trades we're finding. All right, Andrea says, what about Hagen? Interesting, Andrea. Trading has been halted on it. You can see that right here. Like it's been moving and trading is halted on it. So this stock went from 14 to 22. All right, let's take a look at Hagen and find out what do they do. HGen. Hagen shares trading higher after company posted phase 3 of linzolumab achieved primary endpoint. Okay, I don't know what linzolumab is, but let's take a look at it. We know that trading has been halted. We know that. But let's find out, what do they do? So forget the SEC filings, press release. Well, let's go a different route. Because we could check the news here. We know trading is halted on it. They entered phase 3 study of linzolumab. But what is linzolumab? And what do this company do? So clearly they're in probably biotech, So let's go. HGen. Let's just see. Is WEBULL going to be the one to give us the breakdown on what these guys do? Let's see, WEBULL. Tell me about it. Hyatt. No. What the hell is going on? I said HGen, not Hyatt Hotels. All right. Here we go. So we already knew it was going to be in pharmaceuticals or biotech. So let's take a look at it. Formerly known as Calobios Pharmaceutical, is a biopharmaceutical company. The company focuses on developing medicines for patients with neglected and rare diseases with an ancillary focus on pediatric conditions. The company's product candidate is benzodiazole for the treatment of, this just gets more confusing, for the treatment of Chagas disease, a parasitic illness that can lead to long-term heart, intestinal, and neurological problems. It is engaged in developing monoclonal antibodies. Okay, here's that word again, linzolumab, for the treatment of chronic myeloid something leukemia and juvenile myelomonocytic leukemia. Okay, so they do something with leukemia. I can see how this could be good. Both of which are rare hematologic cancers. Okay, that's good news. They're tackling something to do with leukemia and cancer, and whatever it is, just made it to phase 3, which I'm assuming is a good phase. Okay. It's exploring development of another of its monoclonal antibodies, ifabotumazole. Don't hold this against me if I'm not reading this stuff right. These are some very interesting medical terms that I'm not accustomed to reading. For the treatment of rare solid and hematologic cancers. Okay, I understand cancers. For the prevention and treatment. Okay. So again, here's the news. All right. Okay, get out of here. But big picture, they're saying the same thing. Positive phase 3. How many phases are there? So surgeons on positive phase 3 data. Oh, for COVID-19 therapy too. Okay, so they also involved in the COVID game. Interesting. Okay, so these guys do cancer and they do COVID. That's interesting. Let's pull them back up. Trading is still halted right now. So you can't do anything on it, but this could be interesting and worthwhile watching. Who gave us the stock? Andrea Noe. Boom. I'm going to give a shout out to you. Andrea put us up on HGen. So it may be worth watching. It looks like trading has resumed too. So let's take a look at what's happening now that trading's resumed. How do I know trading has resumed? Well, the trading halted sign is gone. And then you can see the stock appears to be trying to move higher again. Typically when stuff like this happens, it could be a potential day trade. Do they have options on a stock like this? Let's see. I don't know. Do they have? Oh shoot! They got options. They do have options. Okay, things could get interesting on a stock like this. All right, we'll take a look at AMC and then we'll wrap this up. I got a team meeting to get to here in a second, but HGen could be interesting. Let's take a look at AMC. AMC is kind of boring. It's boring right now. There's nothing going on with AMC. It's still hanging in that whole $10 range. If we were to pull it up on the WEBULL chart, it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. You can look at the weekly or the daily. I mean, it got exciting for a minute when it ran up with the whole short squeeze pop, but it's not doing anything. So, all right, what's the takeaway from today, ladies and gentlemen? The takeaway from today is sometimes you got to go fishing or sometimes you got to go drilling for oil. You drill down, you hit a stock, you're like, oh, what is this? Is it oil? And then you're like, oh no, that was just dirt and mud, right? And you throw it away. We found a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company. We're like, thought we hit oil. We threw it away. We drill down. We find some company that helps Chinese students integrate in Miami and get dormitory for school and come over here to the USA and learn. Then we find out it's an IPO. Is it oil? No, we throw it away. We drill down a little further. We find some stock that makes aerospace parts. We go, is it oil? I don't know. Maybe. We got to do some more research, but I like that it's in the aerospace space. And we had another aerospace stock that we do know that was surging this morning. Potentially, we could have struck an oil. And then we got the one that was pitched from the crowd, from Andrea. She had us check out HGen. Never heard of it before, but it's moving. And it deals with two things that could be very important. Cancer, COVID. Interesting stuff. Did we strike oil or gold? Perhaps. We got to put it through the refining process, look at the company, maybe check out their earnings, look at some more news, see if earnings is coming up and some other things to see if it's even worthwhile investing in it. So anyway, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification, and you can get notified when we go live. Let your broke friend know that they should be here getting this information. Nah, for real. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm signing off saying you never go broke.